From where we ended. Last time we were looking at digestion in the duodenum, that pancreas produces pancreatic juice, which contains pancreatic lipase, pancreatic amylase, and everything. So today we'll now look at the liver. We'll look at the liver. Okay, so today we'll look at the liver. We'll look at the liver and see how it helps in the digestion. So liver produces bile, okay, which is stored in the gallbladder. Yes, that's what we should know. Then the other thing we need to know is that the same bile contains the following. Number one, it contains bile salts. These emulsify fats. So emulsify comes from the word emulsification. So we say that emulsification is the breaking down of fats into tiny fat droplets. Okay, what are we saying? Let's say this is a fat. Then together with the bile salt is going to produce this. And that's what you're saying. So this is what we call tiny fat droplets. So not until the fats have been broken down into tiny fat droplets can pancreatic lipase digest these into becoming fat acids and glycerol. Okay, so next we'll have bile pigment. So now when you talk about bile pigment, it has no digestive function, but what we can just say is that it gives a color. It gives color to fecal matters, or if you like, feces. Okay, then we now look at the other one, which is contained in the bile, is sodium hydrogen carbonate. Okay, sodium hydrogen carbonate. So this one, it is its function. We can say its function. Its function is to neutralize the acid found in chyme. Okay, so remember that the food coming from the stomach going to the duodenum is acidic. So therefore it will contain acid. Okay, so that's about that. So now away from the digestion in the duodenum, away from the digestion in the duodenum. So we can now, before we even go to another point, you can say that end product of digestion in the duodenum, are, we can say A, amino acid, B, we can talk of peptide, we can also say, for C, we can also say that we have fat acids and glycerol. D, as well as maltose. Now we now look at digestion in the duodenum. Digestion in the duodenum. So this one will say that it has a gland. It has a gland called intestinal gland that produces intestinal juice. Now this intestinal juice will say that intestinal juice contains lipase that digests the remaining fats into fat acids and glycerol. Then we also have maltase, that this one, it digests maltose to glucose. Then we also have peptides. Looking at like the word itself, peptides, it digests peptides to amino acids. Therefore, we can conclude to say the end product of digestion in jejunum amino acids, glucose, and fat acids and glycerol. Now, what we are now talking about is that the more reason of all these things, we wanted to make amino acids, glucose, fat acids, and glycerol. So now the next thing now we need to look at is absorption. Next thing that we need to look at is absorption of the end product of digestion. That's what we need now to look at now. Okay.